All right, couture crafters, let's get into this. Is going to be the last swatch video that I do for my Altenew swatches that I show you guys. I'm prepping my stamps as usual, rubbing them with the microfiber cloth, cleaning them, making sure they're super clean because we're getting ready to do yellows. And yellows are notorious for picking up colors. So you see I placed a little swatch in there just to see if it's picking up any color from anybody else, from any of the other colors that I've used. And I made sure to clean these really well because I want my yellows to show up as true as possible. So right now we're using the Pocketful of Sunshine Altenew set. They do not have a lot of yellows, and when I looked at it, I'm like, there's really no reason to have a bunch of yellows. Yellow's a hard color to do, ink-wise, makeup-wise. Yellow's a hard one, and so why would they need a bunch of yellows? They have a bunch of every other series, but the yellows are kind of, it's kind of just this one. I do the warm and cozy set after this, but for the most part, nope, this is it. The two colors in the middle are so similar. I honestly don't think you need to have both, but if you're buying them in the set, go on ahead and grab them, why not? But they're very, very similar. And I am working my way through the colors. I have a video about how I set up these swatches and what I'm doing. And as you can see, I'm just kind of moving that card through the different colors and making sure to swatch right there in the corner closest to me also at the same time, so that I'm stamping twice at one time. That's why it's great to have one of these stamp positioner little units here. This one is called the Misty, and that's the thing that's with the door on it. It's called a Misty, M-I-S-T-I. It stands for the most incredible stamping tool invented. Mouthful. Misty. What else can I tell you guys? The reason why I'm doing these swatches and the reason why I'm showing you guys these swatches is maybe you like to watch swatches. Maybe you kind of want to see how vibrant these colors are. Maybe you want to know how to do this quickly. This is the Jennifer McGuire method. When I watched her video, I didn't quite understand what was happening as I was watching it, so I thought I would do one too, just to go a little bit further about how she set it up and kind of what it looks like when I do it. I'm doing these swatches because when you sit down to create a card, you kind of want to know what the colors are that you're going to be using, and I honestly don't. When I look at the outside of these, the packaging, it doesn't always reflect what the ink color looks like. And sometimes I want to be able to grab a pink and a green or a purple or whatever and put them side by side and look at what that combination looks like. I can't do that if they're all swatched on one sheet. If they're all swatched on one sheet, you can see them, but you can't see them up against the other colors, and you can't really take it and go match your cardstock the way you want to. I think this is a genius way of doing swatches. I thought that I was going to come up with something that was more personalized to me, but Jennifer McGuire nailed it. She got it right. She got it right when she did it, and I should have known that it was going to be the best method. She's been doing this for many, many years, and so after I'm finished with all of these swatches, I'm going to put them in a coin collector, a folder. She has a link in her on her website to where she buys hers. They're just off Amazon, and they're little 2x2 square pockets that allow you to store things in them. They're for coin collecting, I believe. So if you're watching the screen and paying attention to what I'm doing, I just messed up. I moved one too many times, and so now I've got to redo the warm and cozy set. So what I did was I printed it out again, and I'm using Nina Solar White 80 pound. I think it's Solar White 80 pound cardstock for this. I need to get some Nina 100 pound cardstock for my bases, but I haven't done that yet. And I'm almost halfway through my ream of Nina 80 pounds, so that's how I know I really enjoy using that cardstock. It's very, very smooth. It's commonly used too. Everybody uses it. It's very well known in this paper crafting world. So I'm just redoing this set. This is where they start to go into the oranges. Now Altenew has quite a few orange sets, and they have quite a few blue sets and purples and pinks. They have a ton, and they're just beautiful colors. You don't have to have all of them, like I said. but there are a couple of sets that I think you should get. The yellow set, yes, or 3 of the yellows that make sense individually. Like a good gray. I don't know if you like warm or cool grays, but a gray set would be great. A blue set. I think I'm going to actually do a video on what I would buy in the order that I would buy it, because I didn't buy this entire Altenew set at one time. I think the set at one time will probably cost you about 600 bucks. I think something around there. Yeah, that sounds about right because they have 114 colors, so it's probably around $600. I didn't do this all at one time. I picked which colors I wanted, and that would really make sense had I opened them and used them as I purchased them. But there was a method to my madness, and so I think I'm going to show you guys how I buy colors. It really starts with what I think I will use or what I need at that moment, and then we go from there. And I think people should start with the color families that they like the most. Like if you're a gray lady and you want to stamp things in gray, start with gray. And then I kind of work my way through the rainbow. Oh, it looks like I did 3 sets on this one here. So I did the warm and cozy set, and this looks like golden sunset, which is another one of the oranges. Another one of the warmer oranges. I love the oranges, and I want to probably try to use one for Christmas. I think I'm going to try to do some oranges for Christmas. I know that doesn't sound very holiday-esque, but I don't care. I don't subscribe to all that. If it's going to be funky, hey, it is what it is. You're going to find it on this page. Probably not very many traditional anything on this page. If you're wondering what I'm doing now, it's just stamping small stamps on these itty bitty labels, and then I take the label and I put it on the side of the ink pad, and that's so that when they're stacked I can clearly see which color it is and kind of know where I'm going. I show you guys which stamp sets I use and the labels and stuff in the video where I show you how to set up your MISTI for swatching. Again, I'm just showing the yellows because yellow is a hard color to do, and I think Altenew does it so well. And I taped it, and I figured I better upload it so that you guys can see it instead of tossing it out. But can you imagine I did this for all the family sets? I don't know how many sets there are, but there were a lot. There are quite a few. There's got to be there's probably more than 20 sets. It's for, I don't know, but there are a lot. And I swatched them all, and at one point I wanted to give up and just stop, and I didn't. And I'm glad that I didn't. And I'm glad that I did some of these live, and I'm glad that I did some of them live in some groups on Facebook. It makes me happy that you guys hung out with me while I was sitting here literally swatching ink. So the next swatches that I'll be doing, I will not be showing, I don't think. I don't think I'm going to show it. Maybe I will, maybe, I don't think I am. It's going to be the Distress Oxides, and they're going to be much faster to do. This right here is a really long process because remember, I'm stamping layers too. I'm doing 2 at a time, but it's still a lengthy process. So I think I'm going to show you guys, maybe not, doing the Tim Holtz Oxides, and then that's it. I am only collecting entire collections of Catherine Pooler, Altenew, and Oxides, and VersaFine Clear. I think those are important. I think those will cover your bases for anything that you might need to do, all of your stamping needs. The rest of the inks out there, I'm sure they're beautiful, but this is enough. Unless somebody comes out with something majorly innovative, this is it. And the most innovative ink out there are the Distress Oxides. So I definitely want to make sure that I swatch that entire collection and that I'm using those on a regular basis. You guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will talk with you guys later.